Well, could totally get used to this now. This time yesterday was a completely different story because we had another 2 days continual rain and things were quite slow to get moving this morning where Maize is concerned. So they didn't actually get drilling anything until lunchtime just to let the ground soak a wee bit. But I'll show you, can you see my backdrop? So this field is just lying underneath the Foyle bridge. Deadly views, so I just thought that I would come out and just see the boys when they're at it and when they're in a nice field. This ground is deadly here. This ground is some of the best ground in the country, and yeah, it just makes everything so much easier. But we have 2 maize drills on this field, the two 3 rows, and then we have 2 power harrows as well. Yeah, so the rain on Monday and Tuesday this week was not necessary. Definitely didn't need it. No need at all. But we're on the other side of it now, hopefully. So yeah, the wee break in the weather the past couple of days did let us get back at slurry and I suppose just kind of dedicate everything to that, which is no bad thing either, to be fair. But there's still an awful lot of tillage to do, so much. I know coming up towards the end of last week they were banding about the 2,000 acre mark. That's what was left to kind of get sowed. They did work incredibly hard all of last week and even there today. I don't know when they're going to stop this evening or if they're going to stop, but hey, that's the joys of farming and contracting. But no making dinners for me this evening. I am back on duty on Friday night. So on that note, actually, I've had an awful lot of messages and comments. So between this here on YouTube and then over on my own TikTok, I've kind of been making wee random, just kind of wee tongue-in-cheek videos over there. So if you haven't followed me over there, I'm just Killen on TikTok. So if you want to jump on and follow me over there, you always can. But yeah, loads of messages, loads of people looking for inspiration, looking for advice, how to shop to feed all these men, just a load of stuff. So I probably will make a video at some stage solely for that purpose. So if you're not in the cooking department in your house, you might not want to watch that one, but it's easier just to kind of answer it in a video and sort of show you as I'm doing it rather than... And you know what I'm actually going to do this year as well? I'm actually going to do the maths on it. And I don't know if I want to do it. I think it might scare me, but I am going to work the figures on it just and see roughly how much a head it is costing. It's probably going to be something that we will look at doing maybe towards the end of first cut. I need to give myself a couple of weeks and getting used to it again and have my mental breakdown over me once or twice, so then I can probably properly explain it. I'm not joking. But anyway, we will do that and answer all the questions just about that aspect of Killen Brothers. So the boys will be quite happy to see Derek. That means dinner time. So this ground here, it is absolutely fantastic ground. We have had this ground rented now for quite a number of years. It is fantastic growing soil. There is quite a few stones through it, although it's more shale opposed to like big massive rocks. But then again, it is on the river, the side of a river, so that's maybe something to do with it. But in terms of drying, like you see behind me, like it is in brilliant shape. But the wee stones are not your friend whenever you're trying to lay plastic. That's what sort of causes the wee nips and breaks and can puncture your plastic, and that's not what you want. So if you do see any tractors cruising about with no bodies driving them, that's what's going on. They're probably out the back filling in wee holes that have been ripped just by wee tiny wee stones. So you'll see already there as well, the ground is actually warm. There is a bit of heat down there whenever you see condensation starting to build up underneath the plastic, which is exactly what we want to see. And then the boys in the power harrows, they have just started there to work on the end rings. and get the points all sorted as well. So these boys aren't the only ones out working late tonight. Slurry boys are still going. The one pass and the big Vaterstad drill is still going, and with power harrows and everything else going on with them. So yes, it's going to be probably another late night, but as the man says, you make hay when the sun shines. The rest of the forecast this week is pretty patchy. As far as I know, yes, there's going to be some alright-ish weather, and then there could be some hairy enough weather coming in. But listen, I think we're just at the point now where we're just accepting it. We're at a good position actually, because whenever the phone call does come in to say that somebody wants to mow, we have the Big M home, we have the 880s home. We're just waiting on the 1180, but she is actually in McGee's. I have been reliably informed. So we've got everything home. Everything is ready to go. You might have seen on our Facebook page that we actually bought a new rake as well. So it was picked up yesterday down in Donegal Tractors. So yes, it certainly looks like grass is pending in our yard. The ground conditions and the weather forecast might say otherwise, but we are as ready now as we possibly can be. As I said in the last video, if we could have another week just to get on top of all this here stuff, it would be deadly. But in reality, is that going to happen? Probably not. Probably not. But listen, we will get it sorted. We have enough machinery, we have enough manpower, and do you know what? These things here, you just have to stay positive. You just have to keep your head up and keep going on and just keep getting things done. So we get loads of questions always about this film that we use up here to cover the maize. So you'll see it here, and it is literally like household cling film. It is very, very, very delicate, very easy to break through. We do know that obviously it is not allowed anymore in the south, probably for environmental reasons. We won't go into that, but it is very, very, very delicate. But what we find certainly in weather like this, it's definitely what's going to help that seed to start growing and to germinate as well. So just see I'm just covering in the bottom of that there, just to make sure that that sheet of plastic is going nowhere. So you will see as well the amount of clay there that is holding the plastic down on each side. So by right, you want about a good 3 or 4 inches of clay on top of your plastic, bedding it down, which is it, just down there. So you want a good, that's probably about 4 inches to be fair, but you want enough covering on it there just to make sure that it holds it down and it doesn't go anywhere. Your seed is planted in your drills, so along here, so it's planted in 7 centimetre intervals. It's been quite amazing actually just to see how many other contractors have actually stepped into maize this year. Just on Facebook there for a week or 10 days, it was just just there was somebody else and somebody else and somebody else. So that kind of goes and says it all about maize. I suppose a lot of people now are seeing the nutritional benefits of having maize inside your your cow diet. I know, like at home, we are incredibly happy with maize. Our cows have done exceptionally well feeding maize, so it kind of is a no-brainer for us. But at the same time, what works for one will not work for another, and it very much depends on what type of ground that you have and everything else. But for us, it is so far so good. And this is my cue to go home. So I have a Tesco delivery man coming with Friday night's dinner, coming in about 10 seconds time. Anyhow, just a little midweek update just to keep you in the loop. And as I say, it would have been such a waste to miss this opportunity with the bridge and all in the background. You've probably seen loads of photographs and videos just over the years just with this in the background, but it is lovely, especially on an evening like that. Like, what is it, it's 7:20 and I'm still outside in the t-shirt and I have a cold being, like, so it is nice. Like, it's nice. Definitely could get used to this, 100%. Anyway, we'll see you at the weekend, and keep the fingers and the toes crossed that there's going to be no more rain. Wishful thinking, eh? Yeah, anyway, right, be good. See you later on.